This video marks the halfway mark of my challenge to create 10 videos in self-development. And in this video, I'm going to be covering particularly how fear has been a constant companion for me. And there's a big part of me that has been very scared and is still part of me that is scared in making this. And the transformation that I am noticing simply from continuing to take action in face of that fear. And what's really cool about it is that I am actually very present to it, and I'm actually documenting the present feelings of what's going on in that present moment. So with that, let's kick things off. So first, what I'm doing is that I am noticing the change that I have with my relationship to fear in this particular area. And what's going on is I'm telling it that, hey, fear, I'm going to do this despite whether you're present here or not. And moving forward, you are not going to lead me in this particular area. Because you see, when fear would come up, when I think about this place, fear would come up and I won't take action. I will then fall unconscious and go do something else, something that is within my comfort zone. So what's been really going on is, if let's say this is my comfort zone, it's this little area here, as I engage in things, and as anyone engages in things that pushes their comfort zone, you start to expand that comfort zone. So now you have done a lot more, and you essentially, as you expand that comfort zone, you can basically take on a lot more. And in my case, there is, particularly around creating videos, this felt like this huge leap for me. And there is this time between this level and that level, in where that gap in time where it needs to grow, where I find that life is really testing me to see if I really want this or not. And it's brought up a bunch of different challenges around, particularly around fear. So fear, I'm trying to distract myself. I've been trying to talk myself out of it. I've been trying to forget about it. And as I've been continuing to take actions, what I've been saying is that old way of being, of not listening, of trying to forget, of trying to distract myself, is no longer taking charge in this area. And it is such a cool feeling. I mean, a lot of it is still present, and is still there. And it's something that I'm working through on it. But what's really cool, and how I'm noticing the biggest change, is that there is this level of calmness that I'm starting to notice, this increased level of calmness. There is this confidence that I'm noticing as well. And mostly I'm noticing clarity. And clarity has been particularly interesting because I'm starting to see the illusions that this fear has created inside. Even though being knowledgeable around fear and its various ways of doing it, I have been so used to fear kicking me out in this particular way. It was a hard time to see that fear in my own self. I could see it in others, but it was a very hard time to see it myself. And so now, by bringing awareness to the fear and documenting them in this journey, in this video journey of mine, I've been bringing awareness to it. And it's fascinating to see how decades of fear and the illusions that it's built are just starting to rapidly crumble under just visibility, under just seeing it for what it really is, and seeing that, hey, I'm not gonna die making these videos. I'm not gonna get really hurt. I'm not gonna, all those kinds of things that I've been scared of, that have convinced me that were not even in my conscious self. I couldn't even tap into those fears. It would just take over, and I would just react and go do something else. So what it's opened up basically is this increase in confidence, this increase in clarity, and this increase in calmness. And what that's doing is, as I change the relationship that I have to that part of me that is scared and say, hey, I am in charge here. I am in lead. That's allowing more space for my true authentic self to step in and to be present in this area. And overall, that's increasing my own internal trust that I have with myself. And so what's been really cool is I've been noticing it in a couple of areas of my life already. I mean, I think it's only been roughly about 8 to 10 days maybe since I took on this challenge. And I'm noticing in other areas of life, not just these videos. And so, yes, I got this clarity, confidence, and this clarity, confidence, and calmness. Yes, in particularly making these YouTube videos, and it's going to increase. But I've also noticed it seeping into other areas of my life. Now, all of a sudden, I'm finding it easier to meet random people on the street, like actually just striking up a conversation. There's not as much of that approach and anxiety as there was before. I'm noticing just the way in which I talk to myself is a lot more at peace. It's a lot more connected with myself. Even regular exercise, I love exercising. However, I go through periods of this little bit of a resistance to starting the actual workout, especially because I wake up very early and I like to kick off into an exercise right off the bat. Groggy, I get this, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. Yet now I'm finding that it just gets done. And so I've reduced the resistance to take on other things, and things that I was finding there was also a little bit of fear around starting and doing, simply by improving this one area. So all this to say is really, as you take repeated action in the face of fear, what you're doing is you're changing the relationship that you have to yourself and the relationship you have to fear. The relationship you have to fear is you're saying that, hey, you're no longer taking charge. And in doing so, I'm now, by doing that, you're basically allowing more of yourself to come up and more of yourself to be in charge. And from this place, you're now more frequently tapping into a state of awareness, a state of clarity, a state of confidence. And it's cool when you're engaged in that. I know that I'm still going to be going through a lot of periods of ups and downs, but it's becoming more apparent in my life right now, and I'm starting to see the effects of it. So now I'm more driven to keep doing this, and I can't wait to see the journey of where it gets me after 10 videos, and then whatever I end up doing after that, who knows. Another thing I wanted to note is that a big thing that this fear has been, in a way, in how fear has been keeping me from starting this. And it's been years. I've been wanting to create these videos in self-development for years. And it's something that scared me. One of the things in which it's done is actually expectations. And so it's set up this sea of expectations of what this is going to look like, what I'm going to end up doing, how I'm going to show up, how I'm going to even say the words that I say. And by having all those set of expectations, it increased that resistance, that barrier of entry that I couldn't even just start. It was overwhelming. And right now, as I removed the expectations, it's becoming easier and easier to act. So with that, I want to conclude this video and something to take away that I'm taking away from myself really is that when I take action, it's the awareness of that when I take action in the face of fear, I am changing my relationship to that fear. And in doing so, I am now becoming the version of me that is true and authentic. And in doing so, I'm reducing the amount of regrets that I might carry on later on in life for not taking a particular action or not doing a particular thing. And that is a fantastic feeling. So the next challenge that I end up taking on, or as I continue through these videos, I continue to have this level of awareness to it and continuously remind myself that, hey, you know what? things are fine. Continue to take action. That fear will subside. Your relationship to it will start to change. And in doing so, you will become a greater, a more aligned version of yourself. And so with that, I conclude the video. Thanks for watching.